Hey guys, I'm back with the new video, and this video kind of took me 2 decades, close to 2 decades in the making, because it is a series of thought process, series of research, series of frustration that took me to the final conclusion. And this video, I will promise you, it will make you insane. And I can 100% tell you, you never knew how the entire world is connected through redheads, guys. As I have been saying, your gods are not your leaders. The aliens are using your most precious genetics, the redheads, to control your entire life, guys. As the redheads do, you will do it. You cannot escape the magic of redheads, and Thailand is controlled by redheads, so is China. I am telling you guys, when like you will not realize the worth of Thailand until shit hits the fan back home. And as I said it 100 times, because of the black goo, my life was pretty much going to shit. So I found refuge in Thailand because that was the easiest place for me to move to. And ever since, whenever I had problems, Thailand has solved almost all of my problems, which no place, even online or offline, could do it. It is incredible, guys, but you will not get it unless you go down the rabbit hole, because the mainstream is totally going crazy over Thailand, right? If you watch the videos online on YouTube, the number one trending destination for people to settle and move to, from America to Germany to Korea. Yes, guys, even Korea. I was doing research and I was blown away by reading the comments, the problems that Indians, Japanese, Americans, Europeans are going through, even Koreans are going through, and they are finding refuge in Thailand, guys. It is insane, because even to get one thing right on planet Earth is so difficult. Thailand has close to 90% of things sorted out, even for conspiracy theorists like us, the truthers. I know this will come as a mainstream, but this is not. I want you to give me some time to explain, because honestly, the kind of information that I have, I cannot do justice to it by presenting a 3-minute video, guys. I am not doing marketing, right? 3-minute videos are mostly for marketing, so I cannot do justice to yourself if I make a 10-minute, 15-minute video. I have to write a whole novel because of the programming that we are born with for 40 to 50 years, right? So for the first 20 years itself, we have to deprogram ourselves. That is why my videos are an hour long, because that is how it is, guys. I am sorry, but this is how it is going to be. I am trying my best to reduce the size of the video, but it is impossible for me sometimes. So the reason is mainly the control that I have said it is the play between GABA and glutamate, right? Why do you think MSG is popular everywhere? They are adding monosodium glutamate, right? And aspartame, artificial sweetener to destroy your forehead, guys. Frontal lobe, where you get your direction. And the one thing that can suppress the control of your mind is GABA, guys, because it is inhibitory. It destroys MSG, it destroys aspartame, it destroys mercury laden bulb, it destroys fluoride, it destroys calcium pineal gland. Everything, who, what, why am I here, what is happening to me, it is all because of lack of GABA, guys. And I found refuge in Thailand, and my GABA level increased because of the kind of food it has, guys. As I showed earlier, 90% of human diet is NMDA receptor agonist, because they are stimulating your brain, dopamine, right? You always have to be on in the excitatory mode, ADHD, right? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Why? Because from coffee to meat to McDonald's to donut, everything is making you insane, guys. You will not cool down your glutamate. Only GABA can do it. So they make sure that you never get GABA. And I have tried to get GABA in India, and I could never get the quality that I wanted. And as I said, I could get the GABA rich green peas, and my life changed forever, guys. Now I know. My next video, I told you I will make video on lemon and lime, but this was a super critical big picture video to get how the world is really being shaped, guys. So I thought I will make this video so that you may not have to struggle. If you have any problem with your herbs, if you have any problem, just go to Thailand, guys. All your problem will go away. I can guarantee you. You have no idea who made Thailand. Why is Thailand so popular, right? It is goes to millions of years ago, how aliens are shaping the reality. So when I took green peas and when my GABA level increased, so many truth came to me, guys. So many truth. I will just give you one example. Haritaki. What is the number one herb in Ayurveda, right? It is amla, harde and baheda, right? In Agni Puran and in Atharva Veda, right? Which is the one herb that they constantly tell you to take? Haritaki, right? Haritaki itself means removal of diseases. It is a tridosha balancer, but I couldn't get the green one, guys. You will not believe it. In India, which is the origin of Haritaki, you only get the dried and the rotten ones. It is impossible to find the original green Haritaki. You know where I found? I searched all over the world. Yes, can you believe it? And this is just one example. I have thousands of examples, including the pan, right? The betel leaf and betel nut. You have no idea. And the theophene, the reason I made the last video about Tageta Siracta, Gende ka fool, right? I have taken it in India. I knew the chemical compound, but it didn't had the effect. So when I landed in Thailand and when I took the Thai Gende ka fool Tageta Siracta, believe me, the only reason I made the video was because of the changes I observed. So if you are an Indian and if you take the Gende ka fool, I took it. It is still like 3 to 5 weeks, and still I am not finding the changes that I observed when I was in Thailand, guys. Within half an hour, my eyesight improved because the carotenoids mixes with your blood very fast, right? So carotenoids and lutein is a carotenoid, lutein and zeaxanthin, flavonoids, right? So they immediately, if the quality is good, it immediately mixed with your blood. So my eyesight became so powerful within half an hour. I know how this sound, but you will not understand the gravity of herbs until you visit Thailand and take it, guys, because Thailand has everything. And I have not even begun to tell you this Haritaki green one is the one they recommend in Ayurveda and Agni Puran and Unani and Siddha medicine. But unfortunately in India it is not available, guys. The joke, right? But it's available in Thailand, the green one. So when you take the green one, you will understand the power of Ayurveda. So that is, I am not just making. When you take the Gende ka fool in Thailand, you will understand. And we are lucky that Thailand is very close to it. But even Americans are traveling like thousands of miles. You will think there is no connection between Thailand and US, right? But if you watch the trending topics in TikTok and YouTube, the number one trending topic for people to move to the world when their shit hits the fan back home is Thailand. I have seen hundreds of videos of Americans trying to move to Thailand. The new American dream is to move to Thailand. And please, guys, this is not another Thailand video. I can 100 trillion percent promise you that my videos, you already know it, right? We will go to the depth of Thailand and China and US that no one ever has. Sorry, I don't want to sound cocky, but I am telling you, you have no idea, guys. Even if this took me 20 years, every new information I put it in back of my head to connect the dots to reach this video, guys. It's not that simple because aliens are extremely brilliant. They know how to hide it in plain sight. So please, if you are not finding, because I am going to tell you lot of herbs. The lemon one is incredible. It is a cure, guys, for lot of disease. And the goat milk, the bomb for all your depression and sadness. Only the goat milk I found in Thailand. Again, was why I made the video on why Satan has a goat face. Right? Why Satan has a goat face, guys? Because goat milk has highest bioavailable serotonin, guys. You become happy. He controls your happiness. But if you take serotonin like through goat milk, you won't need money, right? So I already made a video. Bangkok crowned world's most visited city. Why? What is it in Bangkok that makes people subconsciously visit, guys? Yes, we know it's cheaper. It is not that, guys. That is mainstream. If you want mainstream, you can watch. Oh, Bangkok has good food, nightlife, right? Street food, and it's cheaper. If it was that, I wouldn't have even made this video. You really think we will go to that level? There are hundreds of videos on that. So, but why are people getting attracted? The core reason. I was watching this video of Korean couples in their 40s. Exactly, if you watch this video, his name is BKK Kim. His Korean name is also there. But I watch every race. You know, I don't discriminate. I watch from every race. Everyone, these two couples' problems are exactly the problems an Indian go through, a Chinese go through, an American go through. Because the deep core, we all are same, guys, and they found their paradise. And this is in Korean, by the way, so you can use the translation. So I am not just like, talking in the air. So there is a lot of depth, guys, to the research why people are attracted towards Thailand. So these couple, if I really want you to watch this video, because 90% of the videos on Thailand are from the Americans and English, so you don't get the big picture. You think that only Americans are going. No, guys, if you read the comments, etc., the Koreans are even more crazy, and Chinese and Indians are not far behind. Like, I don't want to like put someone on this one, but if you see, even African Americans are moving to Thailand, right? Why, guys? Why everyone Bhaat over Basal? Why Indian retirees are moving to Thailand? I recently watched a video of an Indian IT family who were working in like Europe and US. They were bankers, I think. They have a channel also, and they visited many places to settle down, but finally they decided Thailand. So why even Indians are finding refuge in Thailand, guys? And the Caucasian, the Western race, they will find only because Thailand is created by the Redheads, guys. Americans moving to Thailand, there are a million videos, but they never know they themselves created Thailand. Thailand is tool, guys. The Nazi Hitler, what did he use to pull in the Germans? Tool, guys. Thule land. Thailand is Thule, Ultima Thule, the promised land of the Aryan, where everything is perfect. Thailand is 90% that, guys. I'm telling you, if you are a conspiracy theorist and if you are looking for herbs and health and wellness and sanity, Thailand is not mainstream, guys. That is what the point of my video is. Because we in conspiracy get put off by mainstream, right? Because there is no depth in it. It is all just views and entertainment. No, guys, I will not make a video if Thailand was just for nightlife and fun and good food. It goes way deeper. And the reason I was blown away was by the quality of herbs, guys. Every herb on planet Earth, including ginseng from Korea and from China, every herb from China. Thailand is just an extension of China, guys. And China is just an extension of Caucasians. And Caucasians are just an extension of your godfather, Redheads, guys. China and Thailand was not built by Asians but by white people. That is why white people find refuge. They find the easiest place. I know Please watch this video. I will blow you away with this information. Why do you think the entire West want to move? Because the same dark forces have destroyed. But the core essence of Thule, Ultima Thule, Madame Blavatsky, right? The characteristics of the Aryan race is still alive and thriving in Thailand. How? Because of creation of Redheads, guys. World Trade Building 7 didn't just blow it up. You will not find these kind of people refuge anywhere else but in Thailand. Why, guys? Why I did you show you Nvidia, the most hyped up country? Now we are coming into the conspiracy. As I promised you, you will be blown away. What has Nvidia to do with Thailand? What has Nvidia to do with Redheads? What has Nvidia to do with Caucasians? Right? This guy is everything that Thailand is hidden behind. The number one country who took Apple 4 trillion, right? He's the sixth richest man. Nvidia becomes first company to reach 4 trillion mark. His ancestors are literally redheads, guys. Remember this, I will come to back to it. And his ancestors were directly living in Thailand. You already know it, but I will cover it. Jensen Huang has a Thai, like uh, childhood he spent because his relatives were all in Thailand and Taiwan. Immigrants. Where are these people coming from? Have you noticed this name? Huang. Please keep this word in mind. You will be needing it. Why I am stressing you on Huang, you will be blown away. And Huang, for your information, is not a Chinese name. It is a Caucasian redhead name, guys. I know the entire Chinese history is created by white people. Huawei Sun, right? HUA. You see the connection? The largest telecom company. Red Bull, the largest energy brand in the world after Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are soft drink, but the largest still in the planet Earth is Red Bull, and its origin is in Thailand, guys. I have seen hundreds of energy drink Redhead I have taken it in Thailand, which are 100 times more powerful than Red Bull, but you will not get popularity as Red Bull. And you see, they are literally put the color red. Red Thailand, right? It's all related, guys. Huang. You think I'm just put his name like that, right? But this is extremely important. What this Hua means, guys. Hua. Hua is not Chinese. It's Celtic. It's ancient language that we don't have, but Chinese, everything came from ancient language. So we are like confused. That is why these words that is in center of your brain that opened a new channel, guys. The words are torus force fields, guys. The shape of torus is how the English language was created. So these words, the angle of words, as Dan Winter says, is the movement of torus force field is how the language. So in order to decode that, you need your left and right brain to be joined. I will make a video, and that will only happen when your GABA level increase, guys. And that will not happen if you eat in McDonald's or in KFC or in eat MSG. Why do you think every other food is GMO? Because as Dan Winter said, why GMO, guys? Because GMO food creates unnatural emotion. Your mind will not be stable. You will not be able to pay attention, guys, to the deep the matter, so that you can really uncover their footprints all over the planet Earth. That is why they want you to float upwards, like only watch the attention to watch TikTok and YouTube shorts, right? You will not even be able to watch an hour long video because that's how much it takes to construct your life, guys. So as Credo Mutwa said about these people who were on planet Earth for thousands of years, 80,000 years, right? They ruled Africa and they thought the gods have returned, right? When they saw the white people. coming to colonize Africa. So the shamans in Africa thought their gods have returned because white people were the first on planet Earth. And I want to introduce you to the gods. You are seeing the gods, guys. What our ancestors called the managers of planet Earth are not Chinese, Indians, or Caucasians. There are different heads, right? Head is also an important word from where Hua comes, actually. So there is blonde, right? Brunette. So they don't matter, and even there is other shades of blonde. Only hair color that matters on planet Earth is redhead, guys. It doesn't matter if you are an African or a Chinese or an Indian or a Thai. You will follow a redhead. Period. Nothing on planet Earth or in this universe can stop you. Whatever a redhead does, whatever a redhead does, you will do it. And how many times, if you have made it from my accent, I am an Indian, right? So why would I talk about redhead if there was nothing behind it? Have you ever seen an Indian talking about a redhead, let alone a Caucasian, right? Because there is a deep esoteric conspiracy behind it, guys. You will never, sorry, I am repeating, you will think I am becoming cockier, but I am telling you this is a very deep hidden secret information that cannot be easily covered like in a few minute video, guys, because you will never hear an Indian talk about a redhead, right? When have you ever heard? You will never hear it because these are the things which are hidden way below what we see in mainstream, guys. Gingers rule the world. They are your gods, guys, and this is how they use it to control your subconscious mind, guys. The many redheads of Disney. I was reading that, I covered it. They are only 1.2% of the population, but almost 80% of the redhead, like Disney princess, are redhead, guys. The Mermaid, Peter Pan, Toy Story, Enchanted, Brave, and Frozen, right? This has become the highest grossing movie, right? Animated movie. Ellie Up. So there are many more redheads being shown on TV, but they are just 1% of the world. Redheads wants to sell you stuff. Why, guys? Why do you think the Draco are using redheads to sell you? Why? Red Bull, right? You don't know how the nature reacts. We don't know anything, guys. You see 30% of ads during peak TV hours. Every 106 seconds you see a redhead. But they are just 2% of the world population. Why? Because of esoteric genetic connection, subconsciousness, and sun energy, guys. Redheads, whatever a redheads do, that's why Rothschild are the first one to touch the money. If they drink Coca-Cola, you will drink Coca-Cola. If they switch on Apple, you will buy Apple. Whatever a redheads do, you do it subconsciously, guys. That is why the rulers of this world have put energy spots in Thailand and in Nvidia and in Jensen Huang. So whatever Jensen Huang does, you will do it. You will use Nvidia and you are using it through OpenAI. And if they want to insert chip into your brain, you will say yes. Not you, I am telling the mainstream. They cannot say no because it is coming from your God, guys, Redhead. In order to break free from subconscious programming of redheads, you have to know it. That is why the ads are filled with your gods, because we are inferior to the superior redheads, guys, on a genetic basis. I'm not telling just like that. The aliens are not stupid, guys. So that is the reason every other TV ad is filled with redheads, guys. 2.6%, but they are shown 700. I was watching this, it is insane how many redheads are shown into Americans every time. Every 106 second they are shown a redhead to Americans, because you will subconsciously see Prime time TV ads feature an unusually high number of redheads, but the mainstream, they will make fun of it, the redheads, because they don't want you to know the power of your gods, guys. Say no ginger ever. The soul eating dementors never went for Ron. Redhead jokes. So should a redhead ninja be referred to as a jinja? So these are the kinds of jokes they created so that you are put off by redheads. You don't give importance to redheads while your entire life is controlled by redheads, and this is what the mainstream will say. Why there are so many redheads? Silly focus group pick the ads with redheads has been more effective. So you see, there is why I say there is no hope for mainstream, guys. Probably because, probably, right, they are stupid, right? The elites are working on probably. They will take this chance so to probably control your mind. When you know our entire life is completely shit and controlled. So how the hell this probably came, guys? They know exactly what they are doing. Probably again because they don't know, right? Probably because they are rare and standard. How, guys? Rare and standard, simply BSing, right? So this is the kind of answers you get if you are in mainstream. But we will go to the science. Even plants need red, guys. This is where the nature part comes, where we are stupid, like in the way that we were not taught by our ancestors, because the gatekeepers know which information to give you to make you go around in circles, and which information to not give you from break away from the matrix. And one important information is red, guys. Even the nature needs red light. Without red light, plants do not grow. As you can see here, photosynthesis, phytochrome, here they explain. I have created a video on this. These photochrome exist in two photo interconvertible form: an inactive red absorbing form and an active far red absorbing form. So the dance between these is how the plants grow, guys. As you can see, phytochrome red and far red, investment, cellulose, protein, growth. You see this word growth, red. So everything you want to grow, they know. Stress, anticipation, raphonis, plonin, resilience. So nothing grows except when you are in the presence of red. That is why they sell you everything through redheads, because you will buy the stuff which the red promotes, guys. It is designed in the nature. How does the color of light affect plant growth? So here he goes further into it. Red and far infrared lights, how they influence plant growth and flowering. This I have covered it in a deeper detail, because plant literally wait for the red light, right? When the sun rises and the infrared rays are the highest, they wait and they move around to that wavelength, because your entire solar energy is red, guys. 52% near infrared that you can see, 43% is visible, but in that also 20 to 30 is red color that you can see actually, right? So if you see, the red covers almost 80 to 70% of the solar energy, guys. Only violet, blue and green is just 30 to 40%. So this is exactly where you fall into every time you make a decision. They know your consciousness will jump and drop down into the red area, guys. Here are the chances Prince Harry and Meghan Markle baby will have a red hair. So this information, I was researching a lot about the elite ruling the Western world using redheads. I was blown away. Like, if you are not a redhead, there is no way you can be anything in the Western world, guys. Especially when it comes to royalty. And the entire history of the Western world is one of red hair, guys. This is insane. The entire, I'm not telling you, like 90, 19, 100%. An esoteric history, you just do not know it. That is how we were fooled, guys. We just don't know how deep this conspiracy goes. So this is, I brought this book because I went crazy because everything is red hair. So this book you can buy it in Amazon. So in the Kindle you can see red hair, royalty and Robin Hood. Do you know Robin means red? Robin Hood. Hood is head. in in Thai, what Hua means what? It is the ancient language that Thai have mixed, guys. Hua is head, hood. When it comes to royalty, red hair seems to be the surprising common. So common it almost seems like a royal trait at times. As I say, without red head, you cannot even become a royalty in the Western world, guys. We mentioned how in the last chapter how red and blonde hair could be seen as a natural halo, and how gold was deemed to be king of metals. So he goes on to even explain about the Robin Hood and how he was a redhead, and the entire Merovingians, the Phoenicians, as you can see, Robin Hood actually means redhead. Did you know that? So he goes a lot deeper into the history of Western civilization, which is nothing but the history of redheads, nothing else, guys. So as I said in the last video, we were fooled into thinking that the Jewish are the rulers. No, guys, that is just one level, monetary level. But the Scottish people maintain the time control. The reality of the Western world is controlled by Scottish, the redheads. Estimated percentage population of natural red hair. Scotland. As I told you, Scotland rules America because it has the highest amount of redheads. Over 75% of US president have Scottish root because our Trump is redhead, right? We have already covered it. I want you because many Americans will say, I do not believe in politics. I am an independent. I worked in the army. But who was this? I want you for US Army. You can see his Scottish flag, right? Blue color, slight blue color. This who was this guy? Was he Jewish? Was he Indian? Was he Australian? Let's see his origin. Samuel Wilson was an American meat packer who lived in Troy, whose name is purportedly the source of personification of the United States, known as Uncle Sam. You see, the United States itself is known as Uncle Sam. And where was he born? He was a descendant of one of the Boston's oldest families. Grandfather Robert Wilson was originally from Greenock, Scotland, giving him Scottish ancestry, guys. As I said, the NASA, Lockheed Martin, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong were Scottish also. So you cannot escape the redhead, guys. That is what I am telling to say. Again, why is China obsessed with red, guys? You see how they hide the red. You will never see a red in US, right? Blatantly in front of you. But in China, everything is red, including the flag. Why China? And they show you that China and America are enemies, right? They are the best friend forever connected to red bloodline. Literally, the same people who control USA is the same people who control China through red, guys. Red pigment, carotenoids. You will follow red no matter which race you are. Why do Chinese people like red color? This is not a conspiracy, everyone knows, but they will give a twist because Chinese attribute red to luck, joy. This is for the mainstream, we don't have to worry. But you know why red is so much popular, and they destroyed it. Why was cultural revolution of the communist itself was created to destroy the old origin of China, guys. You will be blown away. You see, they use the red August through red gods to destroy the ancient Chinese history, guys. As you can see, yes, the Chinese cultural revolution in China did significantly damage and destroy elements of traditional Chinese culture. Why, guys? What were they afraid of? The movement aimed to eliminate the four olds: old idea, old culture, old custom, and old habits. But what was there in this that the Chinese were so afraid to reveal? Right? Was it the pyramids that we in conspiracy talk about? Right? You really will not be reaching here if you didn't know that China has we already know in conspiracy, China has the highest number of pyramids in the world and tallest pyramids. It is just hidden. Why, guys? What are they so afraid? Everyone wants tourists. Can you imagine the billions Chinese could earn and they will have a name in the history? So many friends they could make if China could open the floodgates to view Chinese pyramids, which are hundreds times more and taller. As you can see, I was researching for a pyramid which was said to have been one many millennia ago multicolored and to now be a dusky white. This was a pyramid which legend has this rises to the astonishing height of 1,000 feet, fourth-fifth elevation of Empire State Building. Not only was this extraordinary structure said to be the largest pyramid in the world, the Great Pyramid of Giza is only 450 feet, and this is 1,000 feet, guys. Twice, right? There are hundreds of pyramids like that, so we have already gone through it. Xian pyramid, right? Remember this word, guys, Xian. The biggest and the most concentrated number of pyramids are found in Xi'an. And what if I told you this is the cradle of Chinese civilization? Everything that you know about China came from Xi'an. What are the odds? And the biggest pyramids are also in Xi'an. Right? We will prove it. How Xi'an is the cradle of civilization for China and how redheads are the originators of it. That is why the Chinese government in hell bent of not showing why white people are behind China, not Chinese. I'm not saying like that, but everywhere the first people to arrive on planet Earth were Caucasian guys. Your life will become so simple if you understand this concept because they are pushing us down the throat that white people have no culture, they are the newest arrival, and Africa was the oldest, and India was China was the oldest. Nothing could be further from the truth. We are the newest people, we are the newest genetically created species because they didn't only have the labs in Africa, they had labs in India, they had labs in China, Japan, so they created different races. But the managers were Nordic aliens, guys, the cousins of present day white race. So the redheads were managing those affairs. So redheads came from Mars. Will make a different video on how important Mars is related to Caucasian. We already covered Theophane, but we will go even deeper. Why Mars? Why Caucasian race is Mangalic, guys? You see, why do you think Caucasian race have the highest divorce rate? Because they carry the highest resonance frequency of Mars, guys. And what is Mars in Veda? Mangalik. That is why no matter what they do, they will always be unsuccessful in marriage, guys. Most of it. They have only one problem with relation because it is very hard to contain Martian energy. In India, we call it Manglik, right? So white people are entirely made of Manglik energy. So I will go deeper into that, but let's move to the pyramids of China and how it is been hidden. And this is in southwest China, a smaller level, and it has been open to tourists. But the one in Xi'an, there are hundreds, guys, as you can see. Do you think this is natural? So many pyramids, and they tell you that the dynastic emperors are buried. That is true, but who did they inspire from, guys? As you can see, so many pyramids in China. I bet you didn't know there are so many pyramids in China. But why are they destroying and hiding it, guys? Chinese mysterious 8,000-year-old structure guarded by the military could hold secrets. More than 100 kilometers outside the ancient city of Xian, among the overgrown forest, rise scores of pyramid-shaped mounds that have been shrouded in mystery for thousands of years. The West learned about them when Fred Meyer, Schroeder, an American trader, first reported the enigma in 1912. So you see, the American, when he was traveling, he found out, and even the US airline pilot found that there is a white structure spotted flying over Asia said to be twice the size of Great Pyramid of Egypt. This is kind of the shape of the pyramid, and this terracotta is nothing but the guards that were protecting the emperors in around the pyramids, guys. So you know about terracotta warriors, right? But you didn't know that they also came from the place where the emperors were buried. But who were the creators of the emperors, right? What is buried inside the pyramids and what is their color, right? Let's see. DNA reveals these red-haired Chinese mummies came from Europe. Oh, really? So you mean to say that the pyramid that they uncovered to find Chinese emperors, but magically their hair was red. Red-haired Chinese mummy came from Europe, right, and Asia. So let's go deeper into redhead mummies of China, and I promise you I will put this link in the description. You will be blown away why the Chinese government badly do not want you to know about Xian pyramids, guys. The cradle of Chinese civilization. Exactly how Scotia came from Egypt, right? You and me, everything came from the pyramidal structure of control from the grey aliens, Annunaki, all these cabal of aliens, guys. They created the Chinese race, but they do not want the Chinese to link the origin of China through redheads, guys. Will you ever see an Indian talking about redhead without any research, right? As you can see, we have been taught that Chinese civilization developed without any outside influence. When Chinese archaeologists discovered mummies in the desert province of Xinjiang, they were startled to find that these people were of Celtic origin. The mummies had red hair and clothing made in Europe. These people brought with them horses, the wheel, and woven clothes. Evidence suggests that this Caucasian resided in China for 3000 years. But I can assure you it is like 300,000 years it goes back, guys. Because Caucasians were on planet Earth for millions of years. They came from Mars before we humans were created, and we Asians and Africans and others were created, and we populated the earth. There was only redheads and other their cousins, blondes and brunettes, etc. This amazing find would have kept been a secret to the outside world if not for the chance discovery of an American professor, Victor Mayer, in the 1980. As you can see, do this guy look like a Chinese to you, or an Indian, or a Thai? He clearly looks like a Caucasian, right? BT of Xiaohi, Cherkan man. The yellow emperor was Caucasian. This is the origin of Chinese yellow, and why yellow is critical for your growth, guys. Development, as I said, sulfur, theophane, right? Why yellow, guys? I already told you about the flavonoids in my last video. Yellow, they are trying to destroy. And this yellow you will find in Thailand because they have destroyed this yellow through blue in China. So yellow emperor means he came from Mars, guys. He had lot of theophane in him, but slowly when it get depleted, you have lot of problems. According to Taoist legend, Huang had supernatural abilities. It is said that his mother conceived him after she was energized by swirling light. The yellow emperor Huang of China is the father of Chinese medicine. Huang who lived 5000 years ago, was supposedly named for the yellow soil of the plains Lois. However, others argue that he was in fact named for the golden color of his hair, meaning he was Caucasian. Huang was the name of a Caucasian tribe that immigrated to China in 2700 BC. Personally, I think it would be appropriate for the Chinese government to return these mummies to Western historical sighting, but we will go into this. But have you noticed one word that came from this? And I have already covered this name. Huang guys. Where have you heard this name before? Huang. Let us recoil our memory back. Why the number one trending guy on the planet who is from China, and he is trying to invade our home and put chips in our brain, chips, hardware in our brain to make us automatic robot, has a surname from the same Chinese emperor Huang, guys. What are the odds for it? Because this Huang D, and I know he doesn't look like a Caucasian, but the genetic structure inside his body is exactly what the Yellow Emperor has, guys. Which is why they nominated Nvidia to the top, because he has red genetics. You will follow him, meaning whatever he does through his hand, Nvidia graphics, right? OpenAI, the coming robotics revolution, you will buy his product. You will put, not you because we are awakened, but the mainstream 90% of humanity will have no choice. They will subconsciously put chips in the brain. That is why when you see qual shop saying human, or any like elite saying, they are just talking through air, guys. The real people aliens who are behind it, they are very very smart, and they know our history, civics, biology, guys. They know deep inside our core how we react, how we behave, how we move, and we move wherever the red takes us, guys. So whatever Nvidia does, you will do it subconsciously. And this guy is created to Thailand. What are the odds, right? Why did he spend time in Thailand, guys? Because this race, Chaoshan race, that originated from Xian province where the pyramids was. So this guy is not simply a random Taiwanese guy. Do not be under any illusion. That is what I want to tell you. He is the direct descendant of Yellow Emperor, guys. He is not a simple guy. You really think the Illuminati, the rulers of this world, will be the stupid to pick a random guy to lead the number one company on planet Earth? Huang, guys. Huang. Huang. Same breed, same people, and these people are moved everywhere. Because of it took me a lot to dig, because they have hidden this, but I finally found out. And as Michael Sarian said, Nvidia is nothing but all seeing eyes, right? As you can see, if we knew this information, we would have already become billionaires, guys. How many conspiracy theorists would ever get a chance to make billions of dollars? Chip maker Nvidia hits 4 trillion, making it the most valuable company, and I can assure you this will remain so. Because he is a redhead, guys. As you can see, when Michael Sorian talked about it, the share price were around cents, guys. 2002 2006 he's talked about the Nvidia all seeing. Imagine if we would have brought shares for 20 cents, and it share jumped 400,000 times. Can you imagine? Each one of us in conspiracy would have become multi-millionaires. But if we knew this information, we would invest everything, our property. We would have easily become billionaires, right? So that is how control this world is, because now there is no point in. But still, if you want to buy it, this will jump to 200, 300, but there will be a lot of fluctuation. But this guy is here to stay till they insert chip into your brain, guys. That is how super intelligent. Again, Huawei, this sign Hua, world's largest telecommunication company, right? So you will buy, the Chinese are already buying the products. It is the largest customer of Chinese government. So Chinese government is completely in cahoots with the Huawei brand. But I want to bring back attention to Thai Chinese, guys. Do not be, you think, when you think about Thailand as separate entity, nothing could be further from the truth. Thailand is completely Chinese, guys. 14% of Thais are pure Chinese, and 50% are mixed Chinese between the locals and local Thais and the Thais from Xian. You will think this is a random Chinese who came from willy nilly, right, from any place. No, guys. Thai Chinese literally came from Xian province, the core base of Xian pyramids, because their province, as you can see, I was going through this lot. Uh, like outside of China, the largest overseas Chinese community is in Thailand, guys. Lot of people think that Chinese are only like in China or Chinatown in New York, but Thailand is entirely Chinese. Do not be under any illusion. They control entire Thailand. Thai Chinese are the largest mixed group in the country and the largest overseas Chinese community in the world with a population of 9.3 to 10 million people, 11 to 14%. It is also the oldest and most prominently integrated overseas Chinese community with a history dating back to the 1100s, like almost 1000 years. They go way back, guys, because I came to know a lot because the entire landlord in Thailand is controlled by the Chinese community. And as you can see, the Thai linguist Therapan Lugorthon claims the share of those having at least partial ancestry to 40%. As you can see, Thai linguist. So he traced that linguist language to the ancient Xian and found out their true origin, which is where the Hua thing comes, guys. I will come to it. So I was tracing this Chaoshan original province because they tell they came from Guangdong, southern China, but I was not convinced. I knew these people have connection to Xi'an pyramids because what I have encountered in Thailand is totally different energy, guys, because it is impossible to get two things done and solve 90% of humanity's problem. Thailand has done it, guys, but the mainstream will not even see it because they are too busy in the outer layers of Thailand. They do not know the inner workings, how actually Thailand works, guys. And it has everything to do with Xi'an pyramids and their ancestors. So this Chaoshan, I was looking where do they come from, and they were vegetarian, guys. I know this will become controversial, but the pyramid, they did not even need non-vegetarian because they were so energetically powerful. The Martians, the Redheads, they do not need non-veget, so their ancestors were all vegetarian. So they, I wanted to tell you their real origin from where they actually came. Yeah, as you can see here, Chaosanese culture was formed through mixing of indigenous Dinja and sheep people with Han immigrants who moved from central China to southern coast over 1000 years ago. So you see the Chaoshan people are actually from central China, guys. And let's see what's there in central China. Oh, is it White Pyramid of Xi'an? Do you think by any chance the Pyramid of Xi'an will be in central China? Xi'an is indeed a lost city and capital of Shanxi province in central China, guys. The origin of everything from Silk Road to the 13 dynasties. All the dynasties of China, the king, queens, the herbal medicine, kung fu, terracotta warriors, everything came from where we have our pyramids, guys. Xi'an is one of the oldest cities in China known as Changshan. As you can see, Changshan. And there is a beer in Thailand called Chang beer, guys. You know, so there is a connection there. Xi'an is one of the China's four great and ancient capitals, having held position under several of the most important dynasties in Chinese history, meaning everything came from Xi'an province, terracotta army, right? So that is just a one phase we know about it. The enigma of lost Chinese city of Xi'an. As you can see, we have already covered this in our conspiracy, but I wanted to cover. So this is the place, the province where the cradle of China, you can see central. This is where the pyramids of highest density are, guys, and this is where Jensen Huang of Nvidia genetics are from. This is where the Thai Chinese are originally from. This is where the Taiwanese are from. Mostly the entire Chinese ancestry, the core is from Shaanxi province, as you can see. Cradle. Changsha is considered one of the cradles of Chinese civilization. 13 feudal dynasties established their capitals in the province during a span of 1100 years, from Zhao dynasty to Tang dynasty. But why are they hiding that their grandfathers were redheads, right? Because then the entire Chinese will start following the Western civilization. They do not want, they want to create this illusion of China versus the West and divide and rule, guys. No, guys, the master above China and the master above India, Thailand, Africa is redheads, guys, the managers of Earth. But beyond off planet, then the reptilians and everyone takes over. But they know if a reptilian tell you to drink Coca-Cola and Pepsi, you will not drink it. But if a redheads tell you to buy Nvidia chips, you will buy Nvidia chips. So that is how deep this thing goes. So as we know, Chaoshan, he is originated from. But if you go through their language, as you can see, they brought their language and history and culture to entire Southeast Asia, guys. As you can see, ancestral homelands of many of the Chinese descent. Viet, Thai, Cambodian, Singapore. Singapore is 78% Chinese, guys. Malaysian, Indonesians, New Zealand, Canada, United States. So this is a specific type of indigenous Chinese who migrated to all parts of the world. But there are other local Chinese like the Uyghurs, right? Those we never hear about. So these are the people you hear about. Thai Chinese, come to it earlier, but they controlled everything of Thailand, guys. I will come to it. How controlled and how powerful they were earlier. Let me they see Thai language and Tichao dialect. They are all intermixed, guys. Like amounting to 10% of Thailand's population, the Thai Chinese control approximately 85% of nation's elite entire economy. Thai investors of Thai Chinese control 80% of public companies in Thai stock exchange. 80% of Thailand's market capital under Chinese land. All the banks, the top 10 richest, the 50 Thai business families of Chinese ancestry dominate the Thai corporate landscape. These are direct descendants of Redheads, guys. Approximately 81 to 90% of total market capitalization. Exactly how Rothschild, the Redheads, right? Red Shield, Rothschilds and 13 business families control the Western world. Exactly the Redheads of China control the Eastern world, guys. And they are not to be taken. They were extremely powerful and capable, guys. I know this will come to racism, etc., but that is how the aliens designed them, genetically created them. He used the data to estimate the Chinese, about 5/6 of whom were unmarried men in the prime of life, as equivalent to an ordinary population of about 37,000 and to a numerical Malay population of 80,000. So one Chinese is equal to an like 8,000 Malay. That is how incredibly powerful these Chinese. I have felt it, guys. I will come to it. Why the real reason I am making this video. So the people from this region who were genetically created by the Draco, their brains are on a works on a different level, guys. I came to know recently. That is why this Huang, right? His brain is totally on a different dimension. So don't underestimate him. He has done Stanford and BScs just to show off, but his brain works on a completely different level. He's super intelligent. But this is when my like my left and right brain joined, and I had a paradise experience. I landed in Huama, guys. Before knowing about the Hua thing, Jensen Hua, I was staying in Huamark for a few weeks, for a week or two, and I have been traveling and living in Thailand for close to 2 decades now, Southeast Asia and everywhere for a lot of things. But this was the first time last year I landed in Huamark, and I had the best experience. Like it was blissful, the paradise, everything that I desired was in Huamark, and I came to know it is dominated by the Chaoshan Chinese immigrants. Everything is perfect, guys. Here in Huamark, my mind opened. The food, everything is whatever I needed. So that is what the reason I made this video, because that opened my line of thought and chain of thought to new realities, because I never thought anything is possible in first attempt, right? Because whatever I did in my life, I have to do it 10 times to get things right. Even in the food, even in herbs, I have to test 10 herbs to get one herb, guys. I just told you about gende ka fool, right? But it came after researching hundreds of herbs, because the quality in India is very bad. So when I landed in Huamark, the things that I was trying, like everything was perfect. The food, the herbs, the local vendors, the quality of food, everything, the house where I was staying. So that got me more into this. So the Bangkok right now is bringing in more Chinese immigrants. And do you know the name they have kept? So you know there is a Chinatown in Bangkok, which is the largest Chinatown in the world, right? But there is a new Chinatown being built, guys, and it is even more powerful and bigger. But can you guess the name? What name they have to come? Huang. What is this Hua, guys? Jensen Huang. This is head, red head. Hua means head in Thai, but in Chinese it means blissful and glorious and wondrous. But in Thai language, Hua means head. We will come to it. Hua Kuang district. It is the new Chinatown of Bangkok. Yes, you can. Today, the district has become a popular destination for new generation of Chinese immigrants. These are not new; they are bringing in the blood, guys. The red blood, where we all move. Magically, when I didn't know this information, but magically I was close to it. I went there, and I don't know why. Then I came. Now, when I am reading it, like many times I have gone to Hua Kuang, but I didn't know, because the more sensitive you become, the more you have to be careful with what you are doing with your life, because subconsciously you may be getting directed by advanced AI. So this is the reason I bring it up, because this is years of work. As you can see, literal meanings of Hua: Chinese Hua, splendor, glory, civilization, flower, bright, prosperous, brightness, flourishing, life force, Shi, Q. Hua, flower blossom, Hua, transformation, speech, words. In Chinese esoteric, Hua means rising solar energy, guys. Sun, as Jordan Maxwell says, right? Or we are under Sun Empire, Egypt, Sun Ra, Sun God, right? Huang. Thai Hua, head, top, leader, first, beginning. In Thai language, the Hua becomes much clearer, guys. Used in places like Hua Hin, head of the rock, because Thailand has more Hua than China. Because most of the Xian genetic Chinese from Redheads have moved to Thailand, guys, to put their seed. Because subconsciously, because I have watched hundreds of videos, when shit hits the fan for a Caucasian man, he finds Thailand, guys. Why? Like there are hundreds of countries, and US passport is 100 times better than Indian. Frankly, because when my shit hit the fan, I didn't have the finances nor the resources to go to anywhere else but to Southeast Asia, and I chose Thailand. And maybe it was my destiny, or like I landed there. But an American has hundreds of choice. He could move to his ancestral land, United Kingdom, right? There is no connection between Thailand and US cultural wise, right? There is no connection between African Americans and Thailand, right? But the connection is deeper, guys, on a color basis, on a genetic basis, on a frequency basis. It is the color of red that you are following that is pulling you into Thailand. Caucasian race is the Thule land for them. I was researching videos of Germans. They are staying literally Nakluya, right? I made a video about Nakluya Nazi. So the entire Caucasian, Chinese, Germans, Koreans, Japanese, Indians, Arabs, even the Arabs, guys. I was like Kuwaiti students when they have breaks, they are the richest. They are also coming to Thailand to have vacation. They are the highest spender. They are spending millions of baht. So and the control, the money, everything. As I made my last video, like Thailand made $72 billion, guys, more than Tesla or UFC or NFL. $72 billion in revenue, and most of this revenue goes to the Thai Chinese immigrant because they control 90% of the economy. So nothing is going to the like the locals. It is all circling around uh, the elites, but still everyone is getting the share, unlike many other places. So I was looking about this Hua Horod, German name, Celtic name. So you can see old High German name. This HRO, I don't, this will not make sense, but Hua and Horod, HUOD, I don't know how this spells. Maybe it's still Huod or Hua, right? Fame, glory, same word. Bright. And in Chinese, Hua also means bright, right? Bright red. That is why red beard. The fact that German, the similar sounding word Rotha translates as red beard. Rubinet Radok. He goes on to say Robin Hood. Did you know Robin Hood means redhead? Hood, guys. Hood is head, right? Pronounce hood. When you put a hood in your face, it is related to head. That is why hood becomes hua, head. Redhead connection across symbolic layers. Hua. Splendor, radiance, solar, gold energy, red energy, high consciousness. Huang. Yellow, gold, color of the sun, royalty, solar rays, often depicted with golden or reddish hair halos. Head, Hua, seat of consciousness, divine channel, redhead beings, solar emissaries, Annunaki hybrids controlling reality grades. These are the Annunaki hybrids, guys. Red Bull origin, Thailand. Energy drink tied to red force, vitality, alpha dominance, pushing collective action. 75% of US presidents Scottish redheads. Symbolic leaders acts as avatars of red energy, drawing subconscious obedience. Nvidia, Jensen Huang, Huawei, both Hua name linked to tech domination, shaping global neural network head. They want to put chip inside your brain, guys. Why? Why not your legs? Why not your stomach? Because Hua, guys, head controlling the mind grid of humanity. They want access to your mind. Redhead, because these are the energy nodes that are subconsciously pulling you towards Thailand, guys. There is no way on planet Earth that an American will travel 8,000 miles to be in Thailand. He could have gone to Mexico, Panama, if cost of living was a thing, right? Panama and Costa Rica are far cheaper. Why the hell an American with a 180 passport nation he can travel will travel to Thailand sitting 20 hours, guys, 20 hours to come to Thailand, because he does, even if he doesn't like it, eventually he will have to come to Thailand because of the connection with red. The least connection you have with red, the least likely you will come to Thailand. The highest connection you have with red, the highest likely reason that you will come to Thailand, because your soul is fractural, right? Your ancestral, your incarnation is all embedded fractural memory. So even if you are a Caucasian in one lifetime, you will be pulled towards Thailand, which is why Americans are coming to Thailand in numbers because of their connection with redheads, guys. Hua Hin, head of stone. Hua Mark, main head, Bangkok, Bangkok inner city, consciousness hub near education transport network. As you can see, I am more into research and development. So I was pulled into HUA mark. You see, education, research, reading. So these are mind energy nodes, guys. Huang, middle stream, Bangkok, busy Chinese speaking commercial district, Hua Ro, waiting head, Hua Sai, banyan tree, Hua Toffin, head of bridge, Hua Thanon, road head, Wat Hua, inner head temple, Hua Dam. There are hundreds. I am just taking this. So in Thailand, they have put this Hua everywhere, guys. That is why even Jensen Huang has a Hua in its stone head, dog head, middle stream, waiting head, banyan tree head. Which is why they are just playing the drama around. China, US trade war may benefit Thailand long term. This is just a play on words because every move you make ultimately will benefit the redheads. The bigger picture is not Thailand or US or China, guys. It is the leadership of planet Earth, the global control through redheads by the Draco. So the reason I am telling Thailand is not because Thailand is something special. It is because it is has the highest red energy nodal points, guys. So I'm not saying the redheads are bad or good. That is not that black and white, guys. They hold our ancient genetic memory, guys. The paradise, Thule. How did Hitler manage to convince millions of Germans? Aryan, right? Superior race, Thule land. He promised a land where everything will be like Thailand. Perfect, nearly perfect. This is what I have experienced, guys. If many people just go for tourism and nightlife, they do not see the world as we in conspiracy do. So they just look at the surface level and miss the deep core inner workings of how the world works. Which is why I am telling you, if you want to take the maximum benefit of herbs or goat milk, even goat milk is incredible in Thailand, guys. How, guys? Everything is incredible. Leave alone the mainstream itself is incredible. But I, as a conspiracy nutter, conspiracy theorist, I am telling you, if you want to have a better life as a conspiracy theorist, you should live in Thailand. Same for digital nomad. Same for hippies, right? They have their own island, Koh For nightlife, it is Pattaya. For spirituality, Chiang Mai. For business, cultural, Bangkok, right? Every people has a specific nodal points for people to live in Thailand. So yeah, guys, I will create another video about lime and benefits of lemon, etc. But even that lime is, as I said, is much more powerful in Thailand. So yeah, guys, see you in the next video. Thanks.